produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. Oh my god! I want a fine selection of cheeses so bad right now. What I wouldn't give for a fine selection of cheeses. Like a nice double brie. Maybe a Dauphinois. Possibly a nice sharp cheddar of some sort. Maybe even a manchego.
Sweet manchego!
Okay, I guess, should we see what Craig has to say? Are we gonna engage? Dude, I've got the runs. Craig. He wants me to think about his butt. I guess we'll have to go back to Damien. We already had one date with him. I kind of go back.
Dad, you got a letter.
Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Yeah, letters are, I don't know, letters are just, good job. Good job. It's A+. That's wow. If I got a letter like that, I'd be like, all right, I guess okay. This person wrote me a letter. Dang, they serious. Ooh. Ha. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter in the most beautiful calligraphy. The letter reads, Dearest Earlio, I hope you find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Earlio, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlit stroll, would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. D. Blood March. I'm sorry. Actual written correspondence? That gets my attention.
You have to write him back a real letter.
But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool.
Amanda gets it. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. Hey. Hey, what's going on, bruh? Hey, how you doing, bruh? Okay, so we can figure out good morrow to you on this fine eve is wrong, because morrow, it means morning. Even means eve means evening. So not that one, they're trying to trick you. I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. Yes, very typical Victorian way of beginning an address through a letter. Yes.
Good one.
Hey, remember when your son tried to cask of Amontillado, that kid? You been good? You been good? Hey, yo, you good? I believe I must confess of my amateur control of the written word. That is the one we will choose.
Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself.
Let know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on the last we met. That Ernest shit was pretty messed up. Yo, dude, that Ernest shit was pretty messed up. I believe we're gonna keep playing the game. You find me in good spirits. You find me in good spirits. My standard British received pronunciation. Sup, homie? How's it hanging, bruh?
Ask him to hang out already.
True art takes its time, Amanda. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Like Bruegel's landscape, with the fall of Icarus, I found myself lost in your details. Let me get at that. Let me get at that. I can't.
I can't do 3. I cannot bring myself to do it. I apologize. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored at the situation at hand. Oh, which one? It would be me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Or I would very much enjoy your company, accompanying me to the cinema. No, I will be the one to escort. I'm the daddy. I do the escorting. Smooth, calling it the cinema is a classy move. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, it is. It's best wishes. Hard daps. Oh, I thought it said hard drops. Hard daps. Namaste. Namaste. Then I signed my name. My full name. Fancier that way. Oh, it's Earlio Silk Esquire. Earlio Silk. Esquire, you're a lawyer, Earlio, or you've spent your life, you spent a lot of time being a lawyer. Oh my gosh, I write in like Comic Sans. What is wrong with me? I head back outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot of his door and go back home. Now we play the waiting game. Am I going to be wearing a different outfit, or is it just going to be me in my kitty shirt again? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? Ah! I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? Huh. I didn't hear anything. Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely, gripping his armrest. I feel like I'll ask him if everything is okay. I feel like I need to confirm. Oh, hearts. Everything's perfectly fine. Oh, okay. That doesn't seem like everything's perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Halloween Town! Terrifying. Oh, interesting. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film. Damien screams! I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. Hey. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood. I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back on his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during a movie. It's a dad joke. Why not? Everyone loves a good dad joke. Yes! Heart react! Where does a dog go when it loses its tail? Well, to the retail store. Good one, Earlio. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as a pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be.
Being blunt, Earlio. That's the way we do it. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Wait, what? Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it?
As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn. Okay. Here comes...
Thanks. Cool. Okay. Thanks, cool, or okay. Thanks, I guess. Cool. No, okay, yeah, thanks. Thanks is fine. Thanks is...
No problem.
Crushed it. I sure am one smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Sorry, I love Sade. My father loves Sade. Actually, it's a very funny story. My dad's musical tastes. I love this man so much, but he loves Sade. Like, is all about Sade. Like, he's gone to see her a couple. Like, me and my brother have gotten him tickets to go see her a few times. Like, every like special edition, like DVD, CD box set possibly imaginable. Like that is of Sade. I'm pretty sure my father owns. Which I'm just like, all right, yeah. Smooth operator, smooth operator. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. Oh my gosh. Ugh. If this was a real date, I would be making out with Damien as soon as we got into that cemetery. I'm sorry. I'm goth trash. But I'm not really goth. I'm just kind of dark-sided. I'm dark-sided trash. Are we going in there?
A little bit of Victorian flavor, Earlio. Trust me.
I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic.
Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to the evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say?
With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and picnic basket. Wait, where were you hiding that?
Under my cloak?
Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
I wasn't... Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie, but I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I've never been good at those. I just feel as if, because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times.
Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie.
It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit among generations of those who came after us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine.
I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that?
Ah! I'm not sure.
It noticed us and paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster.
Woof!
Oh, it's a dog. It finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen! Pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog! We both look up, not expecting to see Robert! Robert is the dog daddy? Is that what you're telling me right now? What?
Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening?
Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look.
May I give her a treat?
Sure, wouldn't give her cheese, though.
Not to worry.
Damien reaches into the depths of his cloaks. His cloaks. Multiple cloaks, could you imagine? Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks.
My absolute pleasure.
Damien shakes the dog's paw.
Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again.
I didn't know you liked dogs.
Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or Maltese. I think big dogs are quite nice, too.
Yeah, man, dogs are cool.
I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home?
Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep.
Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight.
Damien, it was my pleasure.
Earlio, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection.
Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow. Thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze in this. I'm gonna wave this at passing ships. Aw, cute. I don't know. I feel like he's the emo boy with lots of feelings and tears. Oh yeah, we got that. We got that eggplant. We got that eggplant. Oh, we got that eggplant. I can't control the eggplants. They're just happening. It's not me.
A noble purpose.
Damien shuffles his feet.
I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. I must take my leave. Goodbye. Good night.
Before I can say anything else, he's gone. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No. I was just, Okay, yes. How's the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But, as it turns out, Damien is... Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep that between me and Damien. Scary. Cool. Yeah. Yep, he's cool. He's so cool, it's scary. Nice save, Earlio. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you? I'll try not to holler at the moon past midnight. Yes!
Dear friend, you've simply taken
Boom.
the egg on this one.
S rank.
Taken the egg is
Oh, take it.
it's a it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so
That's a lot. That's a lot of
ultimately,
points.
You've won.
Ultimately, you've won. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass the room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed. Knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it! Do I leave her alone? Or do I press her? I don't know. I don't have a teenage daughter. Does anyone out there have a teenage child or has experience with dealing with teenage children who are incredibly emotional but don't want to talk to you? I feel like I should leave her alone just because I'm generally a person that doesn't yeah, I'm just gonna leave her alone. I feel awful just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do something else, it would have only made her more upset. That's the feeling that I was getting too, Earlio. I can't stop mentally cycling through all sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh. Okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. After giving it a bit of thought, I decide that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk into the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad! It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad. And I had to start over. And this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is?
This whole thing, I know it's been really weird lately. There's just, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might just have to make wood chocolate.
I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh no.
I guess I should just start from the top. So, you know how R is going to that fancy art school in California, right?
Emma R. The best friend.
Yeah.
You got it. Wow. Proud of you.
Anyways, ever since she got that acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's been drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while. But then I found out from Rosie M that both Emma's, Grace, and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night that they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AP final.
Yikes.
So, another important piece of information is... God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah. And, that's the thing. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R. And she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, but so I just keep quiet and keep going about my business. And one day, I invite everybody out to get nachos at the ball, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, then I'll say they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind. I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah. All hanging out together and eating nachos without me.
What?
It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arms around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace like drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R like glares at me.
Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the, gossipy one. She's the bitch.
Yeah.
Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or I guess that's me now. But anyway, no one will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed. I just wanted to get out of there. So I left, without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day, and I immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. Are you still following? What did Emma R say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what, let me just read it to you.
Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages.
Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that. I care so much about men's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, and I am trying my hardest to be supportive.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red, and then...
Wait, left me on red? What is that? Come on, Earlio! Catch up! Come on! Jesus! You're doing so good sometimes as a dad, and then just...
like, she saw my message and didn't reply, and I know because there are red receipts.
I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend like I understand. Gotcha.
So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable. I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And then he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat and that I got kicked out of.
Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad.
There's so much more. Honestly, it's just really stupid teenage stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me. Half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends.
Amanda, I'm so sorry.
I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R's been there since Dad died. I can't believe she just stabbed me in the back like that. I'm not even mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset she lied to me about it for so long.
Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake.
Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah.
Like,
What did I do wrong? Like, why did everyone suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. As mad as I am at everybody else, like, I missed them, Dad.
Amanda looks so dejected almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for some more hot gossip.
Wow,
I know it's pretty dumb.
it's not dumb.
No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over.
Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings.
I guess.
Unless you've secretly been a robot who's approximating human feelings this whole time.
Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago.
But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendship lasts forever. Real friends don't do that. High school sucks. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna say real friends don't do that because, yeah, drama's bullshit. And they pulled some, like, high school mean girl bullshit. Like, ugh, gross. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting in the effort to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Boom! Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem.
I'll keep that in mind.
I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake?
Yes. Yes, we did just eat that whole cake.
Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes the door, she turns around.
Hey, Paps.
Yes?
Thank you.
You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Love you too, Dad.
Aw, that was lovely.
Welcome.
Damien.
Hey, what's going on, bruh? You been good? Hey, yo, you good? Hey, remember when your son tried to cask of Amontillado that kid? Yo, dude, that earnest shit was pretty messed up. Let me get at that. Let me get right at that. Bruh.
Hard daps.